students, my name is Nitesh Naharashit. I am from Annara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 9th standard, that is triangles. In triangles we already discussed about what is meant by triangles, what is meant by congruency. Also we discussed about ASA congruency, SSS congruency, SAS congruency, theorems on isosceles triangles. So let us move on to the next topic, that is RHS congruence rule. That is RHS congruence rule or theorem 7.5. Theorem 7.5. So we will express it as a right angle hypotenuse side rule, or we are call it as a RHS congruence rule. RHS congruence rule. Right angle hypotenuse side rule or RHS congruence rule we have to take here. So already we know about ASA congruence, SSA congruence and SAS congruence. So in that we have some of the corresponding sides, corresponding angles are equal. So here just observe, here in this case it's the same, it's also same. Here we have to consider right angle. So here in this case, so it must be those two triangles are right angle triangle only we have to take. Also we have to aware of one hypotenuse and one side. So let us know about what is the statement. So that means if in two right angle triangles, so here there is no any triangles here, so here we have to consider right angle only. If in two right angle triangles, hypotenuse and one side of one triangle is equal to the corresponding hypotenuse and corresponding another one side of another triangle, then those two triangles are congruent. That means when we have those two triangles are right angle triangle, the corresponding hypotenuse sides are also equal and corresponding one pair of side is also equal, then we are consider it as those two triangles are congruent. So let us take the statement. That is, if in two triangles, so here we have to aware of not two triangles, here we have to take two right angle triangles. If in two right angled triangles, the hypotenuse and one side of one triangle is equal to hypotenuse and corresponding side of another triangle. This is the condition. So then those two triangles are congruent. Then those two right angle triangles are congruent. Yes. So this is the statement of RHS congruence rule. So that means here we have two right angle triangles, the corresponding hypotenuse and corresponding one side of a right angle triangle is equal. So then those two right angle triangles we are considered as a congruent triangles. So let us consider two right angle triangles. So here we have two right angle triangles. And here also we have another right angle triangle here. Yes. It means here I am taking this one as a ABC triangle and this one is a PQR triangles. So those two are right angle triangles, right angle at B here and here right angle at Q. We have. Then we have to take RHS congruence rule. According to the RHS congruence rule, it must be one pair of corresponding sides is 90 degree and hypotenuse will be equal and the one side, any one side is equal means then we can take those two triangles are one and the congruent. So consider triangle ABC and triangle PQR. So consider those two triangles. Then we have to take the condition. What are the conditions? Firstly, we have to take right angle. What is the right angle here? Angle B is equal to angle Q is equal to 90 degree. So we have a right angle here. Then hypotenuse means this side. That means the opposite of this 90 degree. We can consider it as a hypotenuse. Here also hypotenuse is PR. So that is here AC is equal to PR. AC is equal to PR. Then, so let us take any other side. You can take any other side. So here I will consider this AB is equal to PQ. Here AB is equal to PQ. I will take this AB is equal to PQ, or you can take BC is equal to QR. So this is the condition. So here it is must and should, it is 90 degree and we have hypotenuse, those two are equal only. Then when we have these two conditions, when we have another condition that one side is equal, one side we got it is equal means, so then we can use RHS congruence rule. So that's why from RHS congruence rule, we can take triangle ABC. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So how can we how it is congruency? So here just observe, here it is a right angle. Then here it's a hypotenuse. Here it is a side. That means it's a RHS congruence rule. So from we have the right angle triangle, hypotenuse side is corresponding sides are equal means, so we can consider it as a those two triangles are congruent from the RHS congruence rule. So when we have a condition similar any problems, so we can use this RHS congruence rule. We have a right angle triangle only. So let us take some of the problems based on RHS congruence rule. So let us take the first problem. The first problem tells us that P is a point equidistant from two lines L and M intersecting at a point A. Show that the line AP bisects the angle between them. That means here P is a point equidistant from two lines L and M. That means here there are two lines are there, intersecting lines L and M. Also we have another line here. So this AP is a point on it, this line. So we can take N, line N. So A and P are, A is the intersecting point and P is the point on N, and here P is equidistant from two lines L and M. That means these two are equal. PB and PC, those two are equal. So that means it is equidistant. Those two are equidistant lines here. Then show that the line AB bisects angle between them. That means here this line N bisects A equally. We have to take that one. So we have to prove that one. Yes. So firstly we have to write what are the given things. So from the given things we have to take the next step. What are the steps to take the proof? So firstly we have to write given. What are the given things here? Here it is firstly it is given that P is a point equidistant from two lines L and M. That is we have to take PC is equal to PB or PB is equal to PC. That is PB is equal to PC. We can take it. Then here any other conditions are there? No any condition. So next we have to prove. What we have to prove? To prove. What is the condition to prove here? That is BAP or PAB is equal to PAC. Angle PAB is equal to angle PAC. We have to prove here. Yes. So for that what we have to do? So we have to consider those two triangles. These two are the angle PAB and angle PAC are the part of it. So here just consider those two triangles, that is APB and APC. APB and APC we can take. So proof, consider triangle APB and triangle APC. Yes. So then we have to know what are the equalities are there. So you just observe here. Those two are right angles. Those two are right angled triangle. So that means we can use RHS congruency when we have hypotenuse also equal and any one side is also equal. So let us take the RHS congruency. For that, firstly we have to know what is the right angle. So here APBA or ABP is equal to ACP. Those two are right angle triangles. So consider triangle ABP is equal to triangle angle ACP. Angle ABP is equal to angle ACP is equal to 90 degree. We have a right angle. Then we have to search whether the hypotenuse are equal. Already I told you that the side opposite to the right angle. So we have to consider it as a hypotenuse. Here the angle, the side opposite to the right angle it is AP. Here it is also the same AP. AP is a common side here. Common side for both two triangles. So that's why it also becomes the hypotenuse. That's why you can take AP is equal to AP because it's a common side. Common side also it's a hypotenuse for both two triangles. Then any other equalities are there? So we want another one side is equal, must be equal. So already we know that BP is equal to PC, PB is equal to PC. Already it is given, so we can take that one also. PB is equal to PC. So because it is given, so that means we have a right angle hypotenuse side congruence rule. Right angle hypotenuse side rule we can use from RHS congruency, from RHS congruence rule. Also it is similar to SAS congruence rule also. SAS congruence rule and RHS congruence rule are bit same. So here we have right angle hypotenuse side. So it is clearly it's a hypotenuse. There is no any other side. It is hypotenuse. That's why we are taken RHS congruence rule here. So from RHS congruence rule we can take triangle APB is congruent to triangle APC. Triangle APC. So when we have those two triangles are congruent, then we can consider the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. So that's why we can take PAB is equal to angle PAB is equal to angle PAC. Therefore, angle PAB is equal to angle PAC because it becomes CPCT. So those two become CPCT. When we have those two angles are equal, then we can consider AP bisects angle between them. That is, AP bisects the line AP bisects angle between them. Therefore, the line AP bisects angle between them. So here we have the proof. So firstly we have to know what are the conditions are there. Initially we can use SS congruence rule also here. Here it is becomes RHS congruence rule also. So in case of RHS congruence rule and SS congruence rule, so those two are one and the same, but here RHS congruence rule can't become SS congruence rule because here it is a RHS congruence rule. It's a condition that we have to take the hypotenuse. But it may be SS congruence rule, it may be, we can consider it as a RHS congruence rule also. So here it's a conditions for RHS congruence rule. Here it must be right angle triangle. Otherwise we can't take that one. It must be right angle triangle only. So when we have a right angle triangles, then only we can consider RHS congruence rule. In SS congruence rule, there is no any conditions for any. We can take 90 degree only. We can take right angle triangle only. We can take any other triangle. So we can take that. But here in RHS congruence rule, we must take the right angle triangle. That's why the SS congruence rule can't become RHS congruence rule because here it is a condition that RHS congruence rule. In RHS congruence rule, we have to take right angle triangle only. So let us move on to the next problem. Let us take the second problem based on RHS congruence rule. So here the problem tells us that BE and CF are two equal altitudes of a triangle ABC. So here already I given some of the hints of altitude, that is, so here we have drawn the perpendicular, that is BE is perpendicular to AC. That means this angle is 90 degree, also this angle is also, it is 90 degree we have. So this is the meaning of altitude. Also we have median. Median means when we take the midpoint of that one and we have to join C. So then we are call it as a median. It's a altitude we have to draw perpendicularly. So that is the difference between altitude and median. So here we have the equal altitudes. That's also it given that equal altitude. That means BE and CF, those two are equal. We have BE is equal to CF. That one is a given. We can write it as a given. That is BE is equal to CF. We can write. Then using RHS congruence rule, it is given that using RHS congruence rule only you have to prove that one. Otherwise there is no any case of taking SS congruence rule, ASA congruence rule, SSS congruence rule. So whatever the congruence you can't take here. So here we have to use only the RHS congruence rule. Then prove that the triangle ABC is isosceles. So here we can use the theorem on isosceles triangle. There is no any provision. That one is we can't use SAS, ASA criterion and SSS congruence. We can't take. Here we have to use RHS congruence rule only because we have right angles, triangles. Yes. So here it is only the given term is B is equal to CF, and what we have to prove here? So we have to prove ABC is isosceles triangle. For that we have to prove AB is equal to BC. We have to prove AB is equal to BC, and ABC is a triangle. ABC is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle we have to prove. Yes. So let us take the proof. Yes. So here we have to take right angle triangle. Those two right angle triangle only we have to take. Otherwise there is no any provisions there. Here there are two possibility of taking the right angle triangle. That is, one is the AFC and AEB. When we take that one, that is, so just observe, here it is a right angle triangle, then the hypotenuse side becomes AC, and here it is a right angle triangle means here it is the hypotenuse side means AB. Those two are not equal. So that's why we have to prove that one. So here hypotenuse side becomes the proof part. So that's why we can't able to take those two triangles, that is AFC and AEB. So let us take another one possibility, that is another one is the BCF and BCE. Those two triangles are there. So let us take those two triangles and then we have to prove angle B is equal to angle C. When we have angle B is equal to angle C, the sides opposite to the equal angles are equal, so then we can take AB is equal to AC. So firstly we have to know about what are the chances are there, then we have to take. So likewise, think before ink. Here I am using the chalk piece. Okay. So let us take those two triangles, that is consider triangle BCF and triangle BCE. So here we have to consider triangle BCF and triangle BCE. So you can separate it out. If it is difficult for you, you can separate it out. Careful about what are the hypotenuse side and what are the right angle triangle form and what are the given condition. That is, so here we have to aware of. So let us take those two triangles as a right angle triangles. Here I will take those two right angle triangles here. Sometimes it is difficult for you, so to analyze what are the conditions, that is, here we have to aware of that here it is a right angle triangle 90 degree, here it is right angle triangle 90 degree. So then here it is, I will take this as BCF, that's why here it is F, here it is, I will take it as E. Yes. Then here we know about what is the hypotenuse side here, that is angle opposite to the right angle. So sides opposite to the right angle, that is here it is BC. So but we have to aware of these two sides, those two are equality, that is we have to consider those two as a corresponding sides, that is BE CF. So here I will take C because we have C is a CF and BE are those two are equals. So that's why CF is equal to BE. Then we have to take the other, that is here we have to take B and here we have to take C. So likewise we have to take, otherwise it becomes difficult for you. So then here we consider BCF and BCE triangle. In that those two we have a right angles, so we can take it as a corresponding angles are equal, that is angle BFC is equal to angle CEB is equal to 90 degree. We have a right angle. Then also we have BC is equal to CB because those two are common for both two triangles. That is BC is equal to CB because those two are common side. Then another equality, that is BE is equal to CF. BE is equal to CF because it is given. Then here we have right angle hypotenuse side congruence rule from RHS congruence rule. From RHS congruence rule, RHS congruence rule, we can take triangle BCF. Triangle BCF is congruent to triangle BCE. So when we have this thing, this condition, so we can take all the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. So according to our convenience, we have to take some CPCT. That is, here I will take angle B is equal to angle C. This angle B is equal to angle C. Here angle complete angle B is equal to complete angle C. That is, therefore angle B is equal to angle C. It becomes CPCT. So when we have angle B is equal to angle C, the angles, the sides opposite to these two angles. So that means here we have a condition, that is, here angle B is equal to angle C. When we have angle complete angle B and complete angle C, those two are equal, means the sides opposite to those two equal angles are equal. So that's why, therefore, we can take AB is equal to AC, because sides opposite to equal angles. When we have AB is equal to AC, that triangle becomes isosceles triangle. Therefore, ABC is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Yes. So we have the proof, that is, so from the RHS congruence rule, we proved the CPCT, required CPCT, and from the required CPCT we use theorem on isosceles triangle, because we have to prove that one the triangle is isosceles. So finally we have the triangle ABC is a isosceles triangle, because the two sides of that triangle are equal. So let us take one homework here. So ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB is equal to AC. So isosceles triangle means AB is equal to AC. It's a common. Those two sides are equal. Yes. Then draw AB perpendicular to BC to show that angle B is equal to angle C. The problem is always confusing, because there are two options are there looking like similar. Which option we can opt? Which option we can take in examination? Which option we can take it as a right option? It's a quite confusing. Here those two confusions are here just taken it is isosceles triangle. Our mind diverting to the theorems on isosceles triangle. Yes. So that one also you can use. Okay. Then draw AP is perpendicular to BC to show that angle B is equal to angle C. Here it says those two right angle triangles are formed here. Yes. So there are two conditions are there. So here AB is equal to AC. So we can use it as a hypotenuse also. Here it is in an isosceles triangle means so those two are equal also. But here it is some confusions are there. Don't take any confusions when you solve the problems on triangles. You can use any one. So here what are the conditions are there? AB is equal to AC. Yes, AB is equal to AC. It becomes hypotenuse side. Also it becomes a side equal sides of isosceles triangle. You can take. And also when we have AB is equal to AC. So also we know that we already proved that the angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. Also already we proved that. But here it is we have to show that angle B is equal to angle C. Already proved that one. Also we have to show that angle B is equal to angle C means, so here we have to take RHS congruence rule, because here AB and AC are, those two are hypotenuse, and we have one pair of 90 degree, that is 90 degree angles are there, and we have to search for another side is equal. What is that one? Here it is a common side, AP. It's a common side. Then we can take it as a RHS congruence rule, and then we have to take those two triangles are congruent. Then we have to take angle B is equal to angle C. This is the proof. Here I am solved in my words only. In my voice only I solved it out. So it is not difficult to you to solve on the notebook. So I hope you enjoyed this chapter and enjoyed this part. Those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. So thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.